You are listening to WKCR-FM New York, WKCR-HD, WKCR.org, perhaps any place on the surface of the earth with a computer connection, 89.9 FM here in New York City. Or you can also find this show, Deep Focus, on your favorite podcasting app. You can subscribe today, and it'll pop up when this episode goes up on top of the other 400 episodes of Deep Focus that are already around. I'm the host of Deep Focus, Mitch Goldman. What we do, when we do what we do on Deep Focus, we invite a guest into the studio. The guest chooses a topic, and we plunge into the WKCR archives and find live, unreleased recordings of any topic selected by our guest. And our guest tonight, Henry Threadgill, here in the studio with me tonight. And our topic is Ahmad Jamal. And we have been relishing in the music of Ahmad Jamal since 6 p.m. We're a couple hours into it here. And that last set, part of that set, we've got more coming, was recorded in Vienna at the Vienna Jazz Fest in the Folks Theater, July 7th, 1993, and along with Ahmad Jamal on piano, John Hurd on the bass, Your Own Israel on the drums. And we started with All the Things We Are, and then that last piece had a little reminder in moments of Stevie Wonder, but not identified here. And Ahmad Jamal, certainly, it's not beyond him to quote and refer to an enormous panoply of music from the entire history of recorded music and beyond. And that's one of the things that Henry Threadgill and I have been enjoying, listening to this music together. And Henry, you've really been, he seems like he's carrying you away a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You know, so we be listening to this, or we have been listening to this unraveling of music in his hands. And one other thing becomes apparent is his harmonic sense is so uniquely his own, is so advanced, and how he's using it like on the American song book and other American original music, and how he condenses and expands on these harmonies. It's just amazing, you know. And he's not really coming out of the language of bebop and the modernists at all.
Although he was their contemporary and, if not immediate, half-generation following.
Yeah,
but
it's amazing.
This is an odd question. I haven't really formed it properly, but I'm going to ask it anyway. A musician like this in this kind of circumstance, is he playing for himself? Is he playing for the band? Is he playing for the audience? Is he playing for the most sophisticated or the least sophisticated, or multiple versions of that at the same time?
I think so, all of it, probably. It's hard to know, but it would seem like he's playing for everything.
Some of it seems to be.
It's extremely engaging once you let yourself go with it. I mean, it's not a dull moment.
No.
You know.
A little bit
and
of
again, arrangements are so stretched out long. They come and go in waves, all in one piece, you know.
Every one of them, it seems.
Yeah.
They never, let's jam on E minor. You don't get that with him. Yeah, he's having a blast. How would any comparison between this group and the previous group we were listening to?
Just the sound of the groups, They both good, but it's a different sound. The sound with James and Idris is a different kind of sound.
It's also, it's 11 years apart,
Right.
Yeah. Hard to, you don't want anybody to be the same.
That sound is more like the Bernard Fournier sound.
Yes, yeah.
See, Idris goes back to that, to me. This is it's a bigger sound. This is a smaller sound.
And they're
Yeah.
they're following
it's
him.
all good, but it's a different sound.
Yeah. Shall we continue on in Vienna?
Let's go back to James.
Yes. Oh, back
and
to
Idris.
Oh, you want to go back to that? We could do that.
Yeah.
All right. So we played. If you're following along at home, if you've got your scorecard out, then you know we started in Salzau, Germany in 2001 with this band, Ahmad Jamal, always the piano trio. That was James Kamak on the bass and Idris Muhammad on the drums. Just heard a couple of pieces of from Vienna in 93 with John Hurd on bass, Your Own Israel on drums. We've got another recording, this one from Paris in 04, and it's Ahmad Jamal, again on piano, and again, back to the group from the beginning, from Salzau, James Kamak on bass, Idris Muhammad on the drums, and we're going to cue that up right now. Anything else you want to say about that, Henry?
And he's going to play a Bud Powell piece.
Yes.
The second piece.
Yes,
a Bud
he is.
Powell piece.
That bit of a knuckle buster, no?
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to call our attention to in that, or we all just strap in and take the ride together?
Yeah, just strap in.
All right. Here we go. The show is Deep Focus. I'm Mitch Goldman. Very smiled upon myself having Henry Threadgill here in the studio with us, and we are deeply focused on the music of Ahmad Jamal, going to this recording from Paris in June of 2004. WKCR.
It is Muhammad. It is Muhammad. James Kamak. Contrabass. James Kamak. Thank you. Here's Topsy Turvy. Topsy Turvy. topsy-turvy. We're going to do 3 recordings about New York City. First one called Broadway. Second, one of mine, Manhattan Reflections. Then Autumn in New York.
We are so privileged to be in the company, the musical company of Ahmad Jamal. And we're in the company of Ahmad Jamal because that was the recommendation of our guest, Henry Threadgill. And that was your choice for tonight's Deep Focus. And, man, I'm so glad. I feel, there's this kind of immersion that you get if you give yourself over to spending a few hours really listening to how, not just how this artist played a solo, but how they put a band together, how they put a show together. And it's just so rich what I'm getting from listening to Ahmad Jamal on those multiple levels at the same time. And he just, it's maybe a tired phrase to say, but he makes it seem so easy.
Yeah, it makes it seem very easy.
Tell me, Henry Threadgill, is it easy?
No. It's easy on one level, but the time it took to get to a level of excellence,
yes,
that's another. You have to get to a level of excellence to execute things like that and make it sound simple. Otherwise it won't sound simple.
Yes. Yeah,
he was so developed technically. His instrument, his playing. From a young age, he had great training. To develop his hands and coordination.
Yeah, he was.
Add that, he took that and his harmonic thinking. He developed his harmonic thinking. And that's the uniqueness of his style, And he took all of that and worked on orchestration of the trio,
And it feels he's unbounded by anybody's expectations or any received idea. This is how you do this. He's not doing it by the book. There is no book.
Right.
And yet it's so organized and
right, highly organized, totally organized.
Complete to itself.
Yeah.
And he's in this great company. I mean, this is the same band we heard him playing with 3 years earlier in the top of the show. It's James Kamak on the bass, Idris Muhammad on the drums. They haven't gotten any less embracing of his ideas and his thinking, and they're moving together. They sound like they're thinking together.
I'm telling you, it sounds so huge.
Yeah.
That's because of his orchestral thinking,
And I can't help but tie it back to where we started this conversation, that this was fundamental to your thinking when you were putting your group Air together.
Yeah.
And
you always have to look at what previous people have done in life, Einstein, he had to look at somebody. Everybody has to look at, you have to see, where does the information come from? Where was the last information that impressed you? You have to work from that. Now you can imitate that, or you can use it to create your own interpretation of things, And that's what I did. I listened to him to figure out what to do with the three pieces that I had, and not use the American songbook,
It's so interesting to hear you say that, because those of us who were in the audience listening, I can only speak for myself, would not have come up with drawing that conclusion. You guys seem to just arrive as a piece, as a complete unit with your own sound. As he has his sound, you had your sound, and I wouldn't have ever imagined that it was this was the inspiration for it. And
that's because it's hidden in the composition language that I'm using. See, because you know what he's doing, but everybody knows the American song, but you don't know my language, So it's hidden. You can't tell where I'm getting information from,
Till you did air lore, but
Right.
that's another story.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's I can't thank you enough for throwing that door open and sharing that with us and letting us hear that and bringing our attention to this artist who was certainly not overlooked in his time.
Right.
But this really, for me, is a whole new light on it.
Yeah, young musicians, I remember the last time I saw him at the Blue Note, I had told I don't know why, I ended up doing a workshop somewhere, and I told these young musicians, you better go and see him while you can. And I was also telling them to go see Pavarotti. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about it cost, when Pavarotti was singing in the park, remember?
Yeah.
And that was it. After that, there was no more Pavarotti, you know. And I said, what you want to do is you want to see music at the highest level. Stop thinking about what you like specifically. Get rid of that. Look at music at this highest level, And there it is. That with Ahmad Jamal, you want to see somebody execute something at that level, and Pavarotti, it wasn't that long between the death of the two of these people,
Interesting.
And these kids, I said, they would stand in line to go get in a bar and drink beer and spend all their money.
Right.
But they're going to complain about paying to go and see Ahmad Jamal. I say, bad mistake, So are you in the music or not,
Yeah. Well,
See.
I could turn that around and apply that to you, Henry Threadgill.
Right.
Your music doesn't sound like anybody else's, and it's immediately apparent, and I'm exhorting my listeners to take the next opportunity they have to hear Henry Threadgill do what he does.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, they will thank me. I'm happy to do that. And in the meantime, until that opportunity presents itself, once again, I'm going to remind you or let you know that Henry Threadgill's autobiography, Easily Slip into Another World, is, if you enjoy this radio station, if you enjoy this music, that was a incredibly revealing book that you wrote. Henry Threadgill takes us through your life, coming up in Chicago and rubbing shoulders with the mightiest of the mighty, and your the experiences that honed your creativity, and some of the most hair-raising tales of coming up in this world as an American, and things that you've seen, experienced, and your creative life is all in that book. Makes a terrific gift, and you should have it. Easily Slip into Another World, and you've got, I can't even keep track of how many recordings. The hits just keep on coming.
Good. What's
anything in particular? Somebody's hearing this and doesn't know your music. So,
well, the last recording was Listen Ship. That's really fresh. That's just came out.
Yeah, that's a great one. And
then next year we got, I'll have a new Zuit record out next year. I have a new trio record with Daphnis Prieto and VJ Iyer. They'll be out next year. And also, the Baker's Dozens will be coming out next year. This is 13 artists that I curated. We're going to all come out with material. It's kind of like your show, Deep Focus. It's all material that was never recorded.
Mm-hmm.
These were from live. Most of it is from live recordings that we've been sitting on. So that's coming out next year.
All right. That does sound like
I
another
got a
Deep
lot
Focus.
coming out next year.
Great. Henry Threadgill has been our guest tonight. Ahmad Jamal has been the topic of Deep Focus, and I guess we're going to let Ahmad Jamal have the last word and carry us along the way with his.
I know we should play 11.
We should not leave without playing 11. That is true.
That.
Maybe we should play 11, and then with whatever time's left, we'll come back to Manhattan
Yeah,
Reflections.
I'm interested to hear this version too.
You might as well tell them what 11 is.
Poinciana.
Poinciana, was that the biggest hit he ever had?
I think so.
And anything...
Well, but not for me. But I don't know, but not for me or Poinciana. They were the same record.
Yeah, and that's not to mention the theme from MASH.
Mm-hmm.
Another story. But anything you'll be listening for? Anything you want to tell the folks about Poinciana?
No, this.
All right. Henry Threadgill.
I'm sure this is an arrangement that I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out right now. Thank you for coming through, man. And
my pleasure.
Thank
you.
We got to call on you to think about who we're going to do the next one about.
All right.
All right. So, all right, it's Deep Focus, and we are in Paris at the Cité de la Musique. It's June of 2004. The trio, Ahmad Jamal piano, James Kamak on the bass, Idris Muhammad on the drums, and this is Ahmad Jamal's Poinciana on Deep Focus on WKCR.
Here's one of mine,
Wait.
Manhattan Reflections.
No, not that one, Mitch. This one. Sorry. Poinciana.